Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own interactive visual schedule or checklist to use at home on Word. So it's really simple to create, just kind of takes a couple repetitive steps, but as you can see you can make these little check boxes here as they complete the activities, and it's something that can be reused and kind of adapted to the different schedules. So as you can see, I use this for remote learning. So I had participating in a class meeting and a writing activity, but just something that can be reused and it can be kind of interchanged depending on the activity that the kiddo is doing. So I'm going to start by going to my new document, which I titled Daily Chores Checklist, just because I thought that it would be really easy to kind of demonstrate how to do it with something simple like that. So I am going to start by getting this developer tab up here. This is how we're going to make the interactive checkboxes. So first we're going to go to File, we're going to go to Options, and then on the left hand side here it says Customize Ribbon. So I'm going to click that. Then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click on the Developer tab here. So after I click this little checkbox, I'm going to hit OK, and the Developer tab will come up and it'll give us the option now to do a checkbox. So now that I have that, I can go ahead and move on to inserting my pictures. So I'm going to go to Google and type in make bed and look for a picture that either looks like the student that I'm doing this for or the activity that they're doing. And I like to use real life examples just because it seems to be a little bit easier to generalize. So I'm going to right click and hit copy image. Go back to my document. And then when I insert my pictures, and I'm actually going to do a lot of things with this insert text box, I go to text box and I hit draw text box and I click it here. And this way, when you paste the picture in, you're able to move it a little easier, which I just find easier. It's just a preference. There might be an easier way to do it. This is just how I've been doing it. So then on my text box too, I'm going to go down to no outline. That way it just kind of looks like a picture. Then the same thing, I'm going to hit text box, draw text box, and put it underneath my document here. And I'm going to type make the bed. And then I normally like to make it a little bit bigger. And then I typically use the Century Gothic font just because out of all the fonts, I found that this one, the letters seem to be more consistent with how the kids are learning to write the alphabet, so it's a little bit less confusing. And then the last step, I'm going to go to Insert, Text Box one more time, hit Draw Text Box, I'm going to put it over here. So this is where I would put my interactive checklist. So I'm going to put I'm going to click on Developer, the tab up here, and I'm going to click this little button. It says Checkbox Control Content. So I'm going to click it. See, this little baby text box comes up. So I can actually just kind of keep hitting the size until it's the size that I want it to be. And then since I put it in that text box, I can kind of move it to wherever I want it to be. So I want it to be over here. So I'm going to move it, and just like the other ones, see how my shape's highlighted here? I'm going to go to Shape Format, and I'm going to hit Shape Outline, No Outline. So it just looks like, a normal checkbox. So here it is, interactive. It can click, it can unclick. On my other checklist, I did put this line in the middle to kind of show the to-do done part. So I'll show you how to do that too. All I did was go to Insert and Shapes, and then I inserted a line. So here's the line. I clicked on it, and I started here, and I went all the way down, and I'll try to get it as straight as possible. And I wanted it to be black. You can pick any color, so I'm going to go with black. And again, I like my lines thicker just so I can see them a little better. So again, I go to Shape Outline, and go to Weight, and I might pick a little bit darker. So here's my checklist. So then I could just, I'm going to move this over a little bit. So I can just continue on adding pictures the same exact way until I have all the things. Oh, my line's not straight. Until I have all the pictures and all the activities that I want my child to do. I hope this helped with creating the checklist. If you need any more ideas, always feel free to Google and go onto YouTube as well, because this is how I figure out how to do it, and I kind of simplified it for myself. Thanks.